The Subcommittee on Energy and Mineral Resources will come to order. The subcommittee is meeting today to hear testimony on the effect of the President's fiscal year 2017 budget and legislative proposals for the Office of Surface Mining on private sector job creation, domestic energy production, state programs, and deficit reduction. Under Committee Rule 4F, any oral opening statements at hearings are limited to the chairman and ranking minority member and the vice chair and a designee of the ranking member. This will allow us to hear from our witnesses sooner and help members keep to their schedules. Therefore, I ask unanimous consent that all other members' opening statements be made part of the hearing record if they are submitted to the subcommittee clerk by 5 p.m. today. Hearing no objection, so ordered. I also ask unanimous consent that the gentleman from Ohio, Mr. Johnson, be allowed to sit on the dais and participate in today's hearing. Hearing no objection, so ordered. I now recognize myself for an opening statement. During today's hearing, we will hear the administration's justification for the President's proposed fiscal year 2017 budget for the Office of Surface Mining Reclamation and Enforcement, or OSM for short. This budget includes several recommendations for legislative changes to the Surface Mining Reclamation and Control Act, or SMCRA for short. One such proposal reallocates $1 billion to a community reinvestment program from its intended purpose of addressing abandoned mine lands, or AML sites, that pose the most serious threats to human health and safety. Essentially, this proposal takes money that would protect people and communities away from hazardous AML sites. Before we have a serious discussion about this initiative, we should see how a $90 million pilot program from the recent omnibus plays out. The pilot project will test if providing coal communities with grants to reclaim abandoned mine lands with economic development purposes in mind will have the intended effect of creating new job opportunities and stimulating the local economy. Shouldn't we see how this works out first before throwing another $1 billion at an unproven concept? Unfortunately, the only reason the administration is pushing this ill-conceived proposal is because of how effective the administration has been in its war on coal. Now, OSM realizes it must buy off the people that it effectively has put out of a job. If the OSM really cared about economic development, then it would stop pushing job-killing regulations like the Stream Protection Rule and let these hard-working Americans get back to doing what they are good at, providing our nation with the energy that made it a world power. However, it appears that your office will continue the ongoing war, as OSM's proposed budget would terminate payments to certified states and tribes, raise AML fees on coal production, and expands OSM's abandoned mine land activities to hard rock mining. Now, it wouldn't be a hearing with OSM without bringing up your perpetual rewrite of the Stream Buffer Zone Rule, or the so-called Stream Protection Rule. The existing rule has been implemented effectively by states for 30-plus years. Yet, despite memorandum of understanding that established the states as cooperating agencies, your agency compiled the draft environmental impact statement or study and proposed rulemaking behind closed doors, effectively shutting out the experts who could have provided the most knowledgeable input on this project. And by the way, your war on coal, which raises energy prices for working families and puts thousands and thousands of people out of work, would perhaps be more understandable if it made a difference in the big scheme of things. But even by your own assumptions and your own computer simulations, the effect on global ocean levels is almost too small to even be measured. Earlier this year, at a hearing before the House Appropriations Committee, the actions OSM had taken in regard to the re-engagement of states on the so-called Stream Protection Rule was discussed. I hope you will have more to offer today on the efforts of re-engaging the states. Aside from the blatant disregard for proper procedure in the development of this rule, I must reiterate my concern for the troubling amount of money that has been dumped into this completely unproductive endeavor. These are but two of the concerning issues that we will be discussing today. I hope you will be able to provide insight and testimony on these and other topics. I do appreciate your being here. We're going to have some tough questions, perhaps, at least from this side of the aisle. And so thank you for making your appearance. I now recognize the ranking minority member for any statement.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And thank you,